results. I won't go into all the details of this, but suffice it to say there's lots of spam on the web, but we're able to fight it effectively and keep spam levels in search under 1%. The final point on sort of this background is that we have this big emphasis on the quality of results and the reliability of results, but we also recognize that people need to feel the trust in the sites that they visit. And the way they get that trust is by getting context on the site to know what's going on. And so we've invested a fair amount in providing users context on understanding what a site is about, what other people are saying about the site, so that they can generate the same trust in those sites as anything. Because trust is one of the most important things that we have here. So now just looking forward a little bit, our vision for search, and in particular for AI in search, is we want users to be able to search anything effortlessly, right? The easier you make it to search, the more people are going to ask the questions. People have lots of questions, but they're not asking them because it's too hard to search for those things, right? And AI is really helping in various ways. In the, I don't know, 10 years or 10, 15 years ago, when voice recognition became quite powerful, we added voice search. So you could access search not just by typing, but with your voice. This made it more accessible, particularly in areas like India, where literacy levels are a little bit lower. And so people are not able to type their queries quite as effectively as in other parts of the world, but they're very comfortable talking. Voice search then becomes a way of making it easier, more effortless. Lens is another wonderful example where your camera itself has become a search box, and you can start asking questions that you literally could not ask before. You like a dress, you like a shirt that somebody is wearing, you like I don't know, some furniture that someone has, and you want to find that on the web, so maybe you can get a thing. Describing it in words is just not an effective way, whereas if you can point your camera and get some information on it, that is pretty awesome. We've been using AI in various forms for many years. All the way at the start of Google, we used AI for spell correction, for example. This was the AI of that day. It was not LLMs, not large language models like we have today. They were in fact what were called n-gram language models. They were much smaller, different technology, and yet it was the AI of the day that we used for spell correction. More recently, as the video understanding information became more useful, we brought in this notion of key videos, where instead of having to watch the video from start to finish, you can identify key moments in the videos and jump straight to it. So if you're watching a soccer game, maybe you identify where the goals are, so you can just watch the goals that are happening, for example. And as that AI technology has advanced, we've really sort of doubled down on this vision of making search effortless. I've already talked a little about Lens, which I hope all of you have had a chance to use because I find it amazing. But equally well, we've expanded it to more multimodal queries, where you can take an image and ask a question about the image. And with what's pictured on the right is circle to search, which is an affordance on an Android phone, where you can point at an image by circling it or scratching on it and so forth. And you can ask a question, like in this case, you circle that corn dog there and you ask a question to say, why are these so popular? and we would generate a response for you in this case, an AI overview that explains why Korean corn dogs are so helpful. All of this is possible because of the multimodality inherent in these AI models like Gemini. This is a sort of a good segue to AI overviews, which we have brought to search. It provides sort of this overview of the topic at hand. It's particularly good for complex questions, right? And we trigger an AI overview only when it adds information above what the main search result page would have provided. And so it's particularly useful for more complex questions. It can tap into real-time information like sports scores, weather, that kind of thing. And it has proven to be incredibly helpful for users. They've really come to like it a lot. These AI overviews link out to websites. So the overview itself becomes a starting point for exploration, and we find users going off to those websites to do deeper exploration. We're able to surface a much greater diversity of websites, and we find that when people click through to those pages, they actually spend more time on those pages than they would normally do. Now, AI overviews has been hugely successful. People are seeking it out. It is leading to growth. And then there was a cohort of users who really wanted AI responses for all of their queries. And so just like with images, where we have an image universal on the main SERP, but there are people who want to search only images, and so we created an images mode. In the same way, there's AI overviews, which triggers only when we think it's helpful. But there's an AI mode that we created where users can reliably get AI responses. And this launched earlier this year and has landed really well. In fact, it's going to launch in Portuguese in Brazil in the upcoming weeks. You probably heard that this morning. AI mode brings to bear a number of very interesting things. It brings our latest Gemini models. AI mode currently uses a version of Gemini 2.5, which is the latest model available. It brings together the Gemini model with all of the structured data and the real-time information that we have in the knowledge graph. And it's going to be able to produce really compelling experiences. And it gives you this ability to ask follow-up questions to drill in a lot more. The AI mode is also tremendously valuable because as things become successful in AI mode, we're able to power the AI overview and bring it onto the main search result page so that everyone can get the benefit of AI mode there. One last comment here. All our AI experiences, AI overviews, AI mode, and so forth, are based on the core information quality systems that we've built over time. They use the search results, which are these high quality results that we've invested many years in producing, together with those Gemini models. And this high level of trust that we have got from users, this is something we know is hard-earned, that we need to continue to invest in. We cannot take it for granted. And so we work hard to continue to uphold the quality of the information we produce in these cases. So that is what I had. Happy to take any questions.
Hi, Pandru. Thank you. Thank you very much for the presentation. E aí, galera? Perguntas? Dúvidas? Questões? Any questions? I guess you nailed, Pandru. People has no questions. Jony, quer fazer?
Posso fazer por você?
Claro, por favor.
Esse meu inglês é macarrônico.
Manda em português.
Acho que é um pouco da mesma pergunta que eu fiz pro time, que é como que o empresário, enfim, como que alguém que vai criar conteúdo consegue ser capturado pelos modos AI do Google?
É tipo o SEO,
É
como
o
a gente
SEO,
faz SEO hoje, continua relevante ou, sei lá, tem alguma coisa
Boa, perfeito.
diferente, assim, pra ser capturado os LLMs em geral?
Perfect. So Pandu, I will combine two different questions. One from Johnny and the other one's from Nina. Basically, they're asking about CEO. Oh, actually, SEO, right? In times of AI. So how things changed in this sense, and how publishers and entrepreneurs, small and medium business that want to keep their web pages relevant, their content relevant, in search. When Google at least is investing in AI products.
I mean, in some sense, my recommendation has not changed over the last many, many years. Our recommendation has always been for publishers to focus on serving their users. And that recommendation continues to hold. I think it's really important for publishers to think about their users, of expanding their users, becoming relevant to users whose preferences might themselves be changing in light of all the changes going on. And continuing to focus on them is the most important thing. And we will find a way to make sure that users get connected with the publishers that they care about.
Amazing. So keep the good work, right? Mais alguma pergunta, gente?
Mas no sentido, desculpa, no sentido de, beleza, o publisher vai produzir conteúdo, mas o pequeno empresário ele produz conteúdo muito em mídia social. E como é que está o Google hoje para o modo AI? Para mídia social ou não? Ele teria que produzir conteúdo para o jeito tradicional, web, blog?
Okay, so just a follow-up question is about people and for people in business that are producing content for for social media, right? For TikTok, Instagram, and everything. So for these guys, should they start to produce content like the original way, let's say, like in blogs or like web pages and things like that, or is Google investing and working on ways to aggregate the social content and put it inside the search results as well?
I mean, we look at all of the content on the web as something that is available in our index, and we like to index all of the content and use it to deliver to our users. These models are also becoming extremely multimodal, and so the boundaries between different formats, text versus videos versus images, are fast breaking down at this point. And so once again, I think you should focus on making sure that you're serving your users, and if your users are on social media, on videos, then make sure that you're serving them, and that's the sort of the best advice I can give here.
João?
Tem como ele dar algum exemplo de qual foi o... Assim, porque a gente está entendendo que aumentou a barra de exigência de conteúdo Your Money, Your Life. Tem como ele dar um exemplo de tipo de conteúdo que o Google está rebaixando, deixando de privilegiar, e o tipo de conteúdo que o Google tem preferido nesse quesito?
So, Pandu, this is a question from João Renato. João Renato works in a local newspaper here in Belo, actually in Minas Gerais. Pandu, his question is about the contents that the search algorithm now, after the AI and actually considering all the AI products, which kind of content are like less relevant than before? What changed, considering as a follow-up of the SEO question, what has changed in the last few years after AI in this sense?
I don't honestly believe that anything has changed because of AI per se. The users have always, look, the way I look at it, people want to hear from people, right? That has not changed. The kinds of people that you want to hear from might be different for different people. They might want to hear from authoritative sources. They might want to hear from businesses. They might want to hear from forums. They might want to hear from other people like themselves, right? And so all of these things have always been true before AI, and I think they will continue to be true afterwards. So there will be a role for authoritative, high quality publishers. There will be a role for businesses trying to reach their users. There will be a role for forums and for social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram and things where people are trying to hear from people like them. All of these things were true before. All of these things, in my mind, will continue to be true in the future.
Gente, desculpa pelas traduções esquisitas, eu nunca fiz isso, tá? Eu nunca tinha feito esse
Não.
negócio de tradução.
Não, tá ótimo.
Tô dando o meu melhor aqui. Thank you, Pandu. We have one more question. Do you have time, Pandu? To...
Sure.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Go ahead.
Eu vou tentar qualquer coisa você complementa,
Por favor,
eu
fica à
anotei
vontade.
aqui.
Por favor.
So, as a medical student, I often see patients who bring like Google search results into the consultation room. And what I want to know, like, what role do you think Google can play in bridging the gap between medical professionals and patients in this search first world?
I mean, so couple of points. One is we recognize that people definitely turn to Google search with all sorts of questions, like medical questions that require high quality content. So I went by that very quickly, but there were these your money or your life queries where we have a very high bar on the authority of the results, and medical questions is of course part of that. So we try very hard to surface high quality results to educate users about their medical condition. In terms of bridging the gap between patients and the medical practitioners, I feel that the better educated people are about the medical condition, the better they're able to understand the advice of the medical practitioner and ask the kinds of questions that will help them improve their health conditions. So we've always been at Google about access to information, knowledge is power and all this kind of stuff. And this is part of it, and I think it helps users' health when people can go and talk to their doctors with an understanding of what may be happening.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Pandu, we have one more question coming from Nina.
So I'd like to know a little bit about your vision for AI agents, because we're seeing not just humans navigating the web, but now also artificial intelligence agents. So I'd like to know what you see for the future about this agents searching for us, if the humans navigating is also something that will keep happening, or just agents. So a little bit about your vision about that.
Yeah, no, agentic AI is definitely something that everyone is talking about, and we're investing in it and so forth. And the way to think about it is there's many tasks that we do on the internet that you may not quite enjoy. There are many tasks we do on the internet that we actually enjoy a lot. We definitely don't want to get agents to do the tasks that we enjoy, that we want to do. But there are many tasks that we do that we would rather not be doing if we could help it. If you are looking for a reservation for a hotel, for a restaurant, because you have a big family coming in with people with different food habits. Some are vegetarian, some are not. Maybe there are children in there, and you're supposed to suddenly find a restaurant reservation for this. You're going to have a hard time having to call 4 or 5 different restaurants, see whether they have availability, look at their menus, and see what, all of which is perhaps not as much fun as hanging out with your family or doing something creative with them. If you could get an AI agent that helped you do this, navigate the web, get real-time information about availability of space, figure out from the menus whether this would be appropriate or not, whether they have outdoor seating or not, etc., whatever it is that you have, you would actually be very happy to outsource something like this. And that's the way to think about AI agents, not that they're going to do all these things for us that we want to do, but that they can help us do a lot of things that maybe we don't enjoy doing but are necessary to get it done.
Perfect. Thank you.
Do you have any Gemini agents that you have set up for yourself, Pandu? Just out of
Who,
curiosity.
me? No, I don't have any AI agents. But the one this isn't an AI agent, it's not a new one, but for Google has used the AI technology of a few years ago to create this duplex system that can actually call a restaurant and negotiate a reservation for you. We've used that, we've sort of changed it to now actually call businesses for opening hours, so that in our local experiences, we have up-to-date information about opening hours. This was particularly important during COVID, where all the opening hours of businesses were changed because of the pandemic, and they were able to do this at scale by having them call and talk to the business owner to get these things. So those are the kinds of things that are already happening. It's not quite the AI agents we talked about just now, but it still uses that technology and is doing stuff on your behalf.
Right,
Similarly, on Pixel phones, you get call screening as one that I quite like to use.
That's a great example of AI being used for business. And that's great. Pandu, I can thank you enough. I think I speak on behalf of everyone here. Thank you very much for the workshop and all this knowledge, and for the extra time for you reserved to us for the questions. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy, goodbye.
See you, bye. Isso aí, fofinho, né? Não é? Eu adotaria ele como meu avô, assim, né? Gente, agora vocês, enfim, relaxem se quiserem deixar as coisas por aqui. O povo tá lá no 17º.